Excuse me. What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. I feel better than yesterday. I know I just started off with a cough, but that was an anomaly. I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey, happy Wednesday. Wait a minute, is today Wednesday? What's today? Today's Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Um, Happy Wednesday. Ooh, Lord, it is hump day. Okay. Let me see. What's up, everybody? Let me say hi to the people as y'all are coming in. Come on in, take a seat, kick your feet up. The bartender will be here soon. Who? You know, we have a never mind. I ain't even gonna say that. Corey, what's up, boo? Hey, Quake, CC, Ronnie, what's going on? Lovely Nola, Carmen, Chuck. Chuck is on his way to eat, honey, and I appreciate you. We'll see you in Houston. DB Nubian, what's going on? Lock Queen, Alexis, Cheryl, Cindy, Sweet Pea, Tawanda, The Informed, Dish 88. What's going on? Hey, Brandon Bull, Little Miss Introvert, what's up? C Golden, T All Me, what's up? Cross Country Cruiser. Hey, Benji. Hey, Nay. What's going on? Call me homie. And Terry, if I missed you, charge it to my head and not my heart. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Dr. S. Brian, hey girl, hey. Oh, hey boo, hey. You made it before the late bell. You here, you in here. What's going on, you guys? By the way, hey, you guys. So listen, I'm on the timeline. Y'all know we have the Whether You Like It or Not Heart and Hustle Houston panel. I believe is it at 8 or 8:30? Hold on. What's up, French kids? Miss French kids, what up, girl? Hold on, let me make sure I have the time right. I'm not sure if it's 8:30 or 8 o'clock. Hold on, let me get the time. But either way, y'all help me keep up with my time so I'm out of here, so I'm not running over like I did last week, child. Last week y'all had me on here talking about some other stuff. Okay, gifted a membership. Thank you, boo. Who got the membership, y'all? All right, let me see what time this is scheduled for. It's scheduled for 8 o'clock. So, y'all, we got about an hour. We got about an hour before we got to. So, we're going to get in and get out. We're going to get in and get out. Powerful. I don't know if you were in here or not yesterday, baby. You know, I had a whole allergy attack yesterday. So, I will get you your receipt and everything today. Cheryl, I also owe you an updated receipt. I will get you that as well. Y'all, I think for Alaska is the Alaskan cruise is I think we're up to like 13 rooms. So we have a good little group that's going to Alaska, and I will have the hotel information for you guys in August. I will give you the hotel information because I don't think I could book it earlier than a year, I think. But by the end of August, myself and Miss Cruiser will sit down and figure out what hotel we're going to stay at, and we'll get you guys that information. You sent me more information today? Okay, powerful. I'll check it out. Thank you. We'll get you guys that information at the end of by the end of August. We'll get you guys the hotel information. I know, like myself, I think Powerful, Cruiser, those of us, we're going to come in early so that we can spend like a whole day in Seattle. So we'll talk about that in the group chat, you guys. We'll talk about that in the group chat. And Powerful, if you're not in the group chat, let me know. I think you are, but if you're not, let me know. I'll add you today. Okay. Okay. Cheryl said she gonna go ahead and go in the kitchen. She said y'all already know what she cooking. She said y'all she got some crabs and some shrimp. That's all she got. Some crabs and some shrimp. Who got the gifted membership? Thank you again, Jay Stokes, for the gifted membership. Y'all let me know who got it. All right, y'all, let's get into these things because we on a tight timeline today. So let's get it. I'm gonna start with something that I meant to bring y'all yesterday. Laverne Cox, can you come down to the front, please? Excuse me, Laverne Cox. Come here. Come here. Come here. Laverne Cox had the nerve to tell the people that Trump's DEI cuts caused a 90% drop in her income. She said that I've had to dip into my savings and my retirement accounts. I might have a little sympathy for you, Laverne Cox, because I understand as a trans actor, I understand that you probably were very much affected by the policies of the Trump administration. There's no doubt in my mind. But I also know that I don't really have a lot of sympathy for you when you came down to this good Al Gore internet and told us that you was dating a MAGA man, and you knew he was MAGA and he was in law enforcement, and you somehow in your mind reconciled that was okay until whatever reason you changed your mind. I don't know why you changed. I don't remember why you said you changed your mind and it was no longer okay with you. But you the same people that was out here singing, "I will vote for Donald Trump," and you know that you got a whole green card. So now that it's affected you, why are you telling us that? Because if you're waiting for sympathy, I'm gonna speak for the Black delegation and say I don't think it's coming from us. I mean, you could have kept that to yourself, ma'am. I don't care. And I mean that. I have decided, you guys, and I'll have more information forthcoming. El Teddy and I are going to try to do a teacher project. I'm not sure this week if I'm going to be able to get it done. Y'all know it's the end of the school year, and tomorrow's the last day of school, but, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be home. And then Friday I have plans. So next week we'll probably be able to do it. But something came down the pike. That Donald Trump has moved special education under RFK. I don't know how special education got moved to Health and Human Services, but whatever. As he continues to dismantle the Department of Education. So I am going to do like a master class this summer. I am going to charge for it. I'm going to be very candid with you guys that I am going to charge for it, but I'm going to do a master class for, I don't have the exact title right now, but the working title is dealing with helping parents navigate with everything that's going on. If you have a child that's special needs, or if you just have a child that I'm going to actually do 2 master classes. The first master class is going to be dealing with navigating with a child with special needs through our current climate with the changes, right? What that looks like, what's the best actions to take, who can help you. That's the first one. And then the second one is going to be dealing with how to be a positive advocate for your child. I know I do a lot of complaining about what parents are not doing. I understand that I do a lot of complaining because unfortunately that's my experience right now. That's my experience right now, is that I have a lot of negative interaction with parents. But I'm a firm believer in finding solutions. So I'm going to create 2 master classes this summer. Y'all know my summer is kind of tight, so it'll probably be sometime in late July, early August when I get it together. But I'll let you guys know. And yes, I'm going to charge for it because in this new season of my life, I'm trying to position myself in better spaces. And so that's what I'm going to do. Now, am I going to charge you $500? No, but there will be a charge for it. Okay. So as I continue to read these things, and like I said, people have reached out to me, and I don't mind giving the information, but then it makes me think, can I do this in a bigger space where I can reach more people and we can have a conversation? I definitely, after I did the masterclass with DJ Richie Sky, it really gave me a perspective, and I said, I can do this. I knew I did not have the bandwidth to do it until the summertime, but I was like, I can do this, and so I'm going to do it. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Now, Let's keep going because I know y'all, I told y'all we tight tonight. Let me give y'all an update on this Jay-Z situation. Y'all know I had some words for Jay-Z last night. And let's be clear, I still feel the way I feel and I ain't changing. I ain't changing. But I read here, somebody posted on social media, it says, while the Target boycott, it says the Jay-Z Target criticism is selective and intellectually dishonest. It says, while the Target boycott was happening, Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole all released Target exclusive vinyls. So did Alicia Keys, Lil Wayne, The Weeknd, and others. If Target exclusives make Jay-Z a sellout, then that same criticism should apply across the board. Funny how the standard only seems to change when Jay-Z is involved. So let me say, I have two things to say about that. The first thing I have to say about that is I agree with everything this person I agree with the part about if we're going to be outraged, let's be outraged at everybody. I agree. That's not going to make me change how I feel about Jay-Z. That's only going to say, you're right. We should add everybody to the list. Like, that's not going to make me be like, oh, well, we didn't get mad at Kendrick Lamar. Well, let's not get mad at anybody. No, that just means that we need to add everybody to the damn list. That's number one. I'm going to be honest and tell you, I was not aware of all of these collaborations with Target. You know why I wasn't aware of all of these collaborations with Target? Because none of those people, no disrespect to any of those people, but none of those people have the reach that Jay-Z has. Clearly, none of those people have the global impact that Jay-Z has. Or clearly, none of those people have the impact on the community that Jay-Z has. Because you know what? We didn't know. I didn't know. I'm going to speak for myself. I didn't know. And that's not to take anything away from any of these artists, but you know what? I didn't know. So now that I know, I can add all of them to the list. Lil Wayne don't count. He MAGA. He don't count. I done been canceled Lil Wayne. He's MAGA. Drake. Okay. Now the Kendrick Lamar surprises me. The J. Cole surprises me. Not so surprised that at Alicia Keys. You know, I mean, one way or the other, I'm not surprised at Alicia Keys. And The Weeknd. I don't. But again, what that in my opinion, that just proves the point that Jay-Z has such an impact and he has such a reach on the community that in my opinion, the responsibility is even greater. And again, that's just my opinion. I believe it or not, there are certain age demographics that have no idea about this boycott. What ages? I'm curious. Thank you, Atalia. It says, I'm mad at Kendrick now because you came at Drake about the culture and then became a scab to the culture. Listen, I'm gonna be honest now. Let me be clear. I have not fact checked this. I saw the tweet. I screenshotted it. I did not fact check it. If I'm going to be very honest, let me ask. Let's find out because I didn't fact check it. People be saying shit on the internet. Let me find out. Let me ask the question like this. When did Kendrick Lamar do an exclusive partnership with Target? Let's find out. I take back everything I just fucking said. I take back. You know what? See, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop, y'all. I got to start. I'm going to stop. I'm making a promise to you, the tribe. I'm going to start fact checking this shit before I come down here and talk to y'all about this shit. Because I ain't fact checking. I did not fact check it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what the machine told me. Y'all heard the question I asked the machine. The question that I asked the machine was when, because when matters. When did Kendrick Lamar do an exclusive partnership with Target? When? You know what the machine told me? The machine told me Kendrick Lamar's Target exclusive vinyl release go back to at least September of 2020. When Target, it says when Damn, that was a Kendrick Lamar album, Target exclusive vinyl had its street date. He also had a Target exclusive version of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which was released on August of 2022. More recently, Target listed Kendrick's GNX vinyl with a street date of February of 2025, though that listing is not labeled the same way as the Target exclusive. So what Target did to us, they did the bait and switch. So the person that put this up, they're not wrong in saying that Kendrick Lamar had a Target partnership that dropped in 2026, but it was not a Target exclusive. It was not a new business deal, which is why we probably didn't hear about it, because it wasn't something new that was just signed. It was a deal that he already had going back to 2020. And it says here that it was in February of 2025, it was not listed the same way as a Target exclusive, which means that it was not a Target exclusive with Kendrick Lamar. It was that probably Target still had the ability to sell the vinyl under the original business, under the original contract. Let's look at the rest of these. Let me ask, y'all want me to ask about J. Cole? Let's ask about J. Hey, Busy. Hey, boo. I was going to call you today, too. I was going to call to check on you today. You were on my mind. You were on my mind today, boo. I was going to call check on you, and then I got busy, child. Let's ask about J. Cole. When did J. Cole do an exclusive with Target? Let's see what they say about the J. Cole. Let's see what they say about the J. Cole. Let's find out. Let's see what the machine gonna tell me. J. Cole had a Target exclusive vinyl release in December of 2024 with the 2014 Forest Hills Drive 10-year anniversary. He also had another Target exclusive listed for the Fall Off, dated May of 2026. Okay, so J. Cole, you're not off the hook. You're not off the hook, J. Cole. It says that you had an exclusive. It says you had an exclusive in 2026. Let me see. It also has another Target exclusive listed for the Fall Off vinyl with a Target street date of May 22nd of 2026. So J. Cole, you kind of not off the hook. We got to put you over here, J. Cole. We got to put you over here, J. Cole. Okay, so that's say 2026. So we got to put J. Cole to the side. Even though his partnership with Target started before, you know what? I'm not going to take J. Cole off the hook. I'm going to tell you why. Because it says the partnership started in 2024. He may have had to fulfill a contract. This may be outside of his control. I'm going to put J. Cole in the middle. Kendrick Lamar is cleared. J. Cole is in the middle. You in the middle, J. Cole. Okay. We're gonna look up all of them. Atalia said, listen, Atalia, that's what we're gonna do. We fact check it. All right, let's ask about Alicia Cole's. When, even though I don't really care about Alicia Cole, but let's be fair. Let's ask. Okay, when did Alicia Keys, did I say Alicia Cole's? Y'all know I'm in Alicia Keys. Have her exclusive partnership with Target. Let's see what it say about Alicia. Let's see what it say about Alicia Keys. Y'all know I make Keys. Y'all know I make Keys. Her started in 2022. Her started in 2022 and she ain't even had shit. It says her exclusive music release was August of 2022. Target it has a street date of August of 2022. There was also a Target exclusive CD version limited edition. The That was in 2022. See, y'all be playing with us. Y'all just want us to pick it up and run. Y'all just want us to pick it up and run. Because here's the thing. It didn't work anyway because my opinion didn't change. I was just going to add them to the list. Who else did they put on that? I said, I don't care about Lil Wayne. Y'all really don't want me to look up Lil Wayne, do y'all? We don't care about Lil Wayne. He MAGA. It don't matter. Lil Wayne don't matter. But it was J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Alicia Keys. You know what? I'm going to do a tiki-taki on this one. I'm going to do a tiki-taki on this one because I'm going to clear Kendrick Lamar's name. I'm going to clear Kendrick Lamar's name. This is wrong. Y'all trying to lump Kendrick Lamar in like he did something wrong. He didn't do shit wrong. Now, let's find out with Jay-Z. Let's be fair. When did Jay-Z start his exclusive? What? Let's add Jay-Z. Let's see. Jay-Z's Target exclusive partnership appears to be for the 30th anniversary edition of Reasonable Doubt. So his was in 2026. Mm-hmm. There's no earlier date for him. There's no predated. There's no 2022. There's no 2024. His is 2026. Mm-hmm. This is fresh. So that is why Jay-Z gets all the smoke. And he's still going to get the smoke. Nice try, internet. Nice try, Twitter. I almost fell for it. Y'all almost got me. Gotta hand it to you. You had me there for a while. Yeah. Yeah, you almost had me, but I didn't. I let my fingers do the walking. Jay-Z is Jay-Z. He's almost 60. He owes nobody an explanation. He's a legend, beyond legend. What does that have to do with what we talking about? I don't think any of us taking away the fact that Jay-Z is a legend. And you're right. Jay-Z doesn't owe me anything. However, I have a right to feel how I feel about the decision that he makes and choose not to support them. Again, that goes back to the conversation we were having yesterday, Smitty. I don't know if you were here or not. But the conversation we were having yesterday, I find it very interesting that when Jamal Bryant said that the boycott with Target was over, we was ready to beat him up. Who the fuck is Jamal Bryant? Who telling him that the boycott is over? But Jay-Z, because we like Jay-Z, because child, I'm sorry that I'm blurry, y'all. Because we like Jay-Z, because we think Jay-Z is a legend, he gets to do whatever he wants. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And that's my opinion. And people don't have to agree with that. Jay-Z he's a businessman. He gets to make his money however he chooses to. However, I don't have to support it and I don't have to be okay with it. And I'm not. Y'all can support it. I'm not telling anybody not to support it. I'm telling you I'm not supporting it. No, it's cool, Tawanda. I can't see it from my side, so I don't know how to fix it. I just don't know how to fix it. I don't think it's the internet. I don't think it's my internet. I'm wondering if maybe this camera, I've dropped this camera a few times. I'm wondering if I just need a new camera. I'm wondering if maybe it's just the camera. I don't know. Because, I done told this camera up, child. This camera done hit the flow so many times. I'm really surprised it still come on. I don't know. Smitty's been in here before. I don't think it's a bot. I think it's a real person. But that's how some people feel. Some people really do feel. I mean, there are people who really feel like because it's Jay. That's just like Beyonce. If Beyonce had done it, all the Beehive will be making all the excuses for Beyonce. They'd be making, it's the same thing. They're making all the excuses. Oh yeah, Butterfingers for real. They're making all the excuses for Jay-Z because they like Jay-Z. Because again, like the conversation we had last night about people out here making excuses for their faves. When it's somebody you like and you're not ready to let that person go, you're not ready to let go of the hero worship of these people, you find excuses to continue to support them. Like we said yesterday, if R. Kelly got out of jail tomorrow and made an album, it would go platinum. It would go platinum. Then he gonna come out of jail and he gonna make an album and somebody gonna buy it. you know. But again, what's up, Busy? Not for the camera. Shut up, Busy. Thank you, boo. But yeah. So I'm gonna make a TikTok about this because we're gonna clear Kendrick. Somebody asked me how I feel about the DC election. I'm gonna get to that in a second because it's actually on my agenda to talk about. Y'all's president is shutting down DCA flights going in and out of. Now DCA is one of the airports that are around here. It's actually the airport that's closest to DC. We have DCA, which is DC I don't like calling it, it's National Airport. I don't like calling it Reagan National, but it's Reagan National Airport. Then there's Dulles, and then there's BWI, which is closer to Baltimore. So y'all's president is shutting down the airport for the 3rd through the 4th of July, which means that no flights can come in or come out for 2 fucking days during a holiday weekend into the nation's capital. Do you know how many people come to DC to celebrate the 4th of July? I have never, in my entire life, I have lived in DC, minus my college years, I have lived in DC my entire life. My entire life. I have never heard of the president shutting down the airport for the 4th of July. In my entire life. Now, I don't know if it's happened. Thank y'all. Not for the camera fund. Shut up. That's a good question, Tawanda. What happens if they already bought the tickets? I'm assuming they're going to have to get rerouted to either Dulles, BWI, or cancel their plans altogether. You flying out on my birthday? That's my birthday, July the 2nd. I'm traveling on July the 3rd, but I'll be driving. I'm glad I didn't decide to fly to Atlanta. I'd have been in trouble. Because I would already have my plane ticket if I had decided I was going to fly to Atlanta. I would already have my plane ticket. That's crazy as hell. I don't know what the hell he gonna have going on, child. What's my time? Okay. We have a shit we did not ask for. Although I think I asked for this one. The president, they just say it just says I guess for the festivities, child. Because he probably, I don't know. Hold on, let me ask. Because I don't have the whole article. I just have the headline. I didn't think it was gonna be. Hold on, let me find out why. Let me find out why, child. Because I don't even be entertained. I just don't care. Let me see. Why is the president shutting down the airport? Probably for them stupid fireworks and stuff. Flights are being halted afternoon on July the 4th, with some disruptions also expected on July the 3rd because of the America 250th anniversary celebration. It says it's going to be military flyovers, aerial displays, and fireworks. So the FAA is restricting the airspace for safety. It says that the president is not literally shutting down the airport. It's a FAA airspace closure, because that's what I wrote. I said, why is the president? But anyway, child. Temporary flight restriction is expected to resume normal operations on July the 5th. Okay, Quake said it's not my camera. She said it is my internet speed. Well, I guess, listen, I done already turned that equipment into Verizon, so I don't know. We stuck with it till they give me a faster speed. I already called them about a faster speed, child. I'm gonna have to call them again. No problem. Y'all are fine. Y'all are fine. So there's that, honey. There's that. All right. So the shit, this is shit we did not ask for. This is And again, if you're new here, we play a game here called Shit We Did Not Ask For. So if you are a member here, you have your emojis. I need to add some new emojis too. If you're a member here, and somebody asked for emojis on the membership on the other channel, I got to add some emojis over there too. But if you're a member, you have your emojis. You have the a yes, no, or a hell no. But if you are new here, or you're not a member, you can still play the game. When I tell you what it is, you're going to put a 1 in the chat if it's something you asked for. You're going to put a 2 in the chat if it's something you did not ask for. And you're going to put a 3 in the chat if it's just a hell no. Your bandwidth is slowing down. It's just a bit of traffic. Okay, I got too much traffic. Okay. Well, thank y'all. You know. McDonald's is bringing back the fried apple pie for America's 250th anniversary, for America's birthday. They are bringing it back for a limited time. It's for the first time, and I think this is like the first time in like 20 years or something that they're bringing back the fried apple pie. Now, let me say this. For nostalgia purposes, I might go get me one. For nostalgia purposes. Baby, that was the best apple pie. And I'm not even a big apple pie person. But baby, that was the best apple pie. That was the best apple pie. I'm gonna have to give me one. What you mean when they take it away? McDonald's ain't had the fried apple pie in years, They have apple pie, but it's baked. It's not that. See, you too young. You don't even know what the real McDonald's apple pies are. You too young to know. You too young to know. Baby, I used to love the McDonald's apple pies. That fried pie, baby, that thing used to be so high it would burn your tongue. They probably not gonna be the same. Now, I used to like Popeye's apple pies for a while used to be kind of like in second place, but they're not as good as they used to be either. Or maybe my taste buds have just changed. They're not as good as they used to be. It's summer. Is the ice cream machine working? I don't know. Yeah, the baked pies are terrible. I don't like the baked ones. Yeah, I remember those days too. So I might have to try me one just for nostalgia purposes. And you're right. It's probably not going to taste the same, but you know, what you going to do? Shout out to the WNBA. We have had this conversation multiple times. The WNBA is expanding. Once again, great news for the WNBA. They are expanding to a 50-game regular season in 2027. Right now, they host each home team hosts 44. I'm sorry, not each home team. I'm sorry. Right now, the season is 44 games. So they're going to expand to 50 games. Listen, we are watching the WNBA. The WNBA is making money. And so because of that, we're getting these improvements. They're playing in bigger stadiums, especially the marquee games are playing in bigger arenas. And we know the players signed a new collective bargaining agreement. They're making better money. They're getting more deals, more endorsement deals. Their faces are becoming a lot more relevant. So a shout out to the WNBA, and I love it for them. I love this for them. Did I see Ellie? Yeah, of course I did. Yes, that's my girl. Ellie had the 2 other female mascots, and they did Destiny's Child, honey. Baby, Ellie don't be playing no games with y'all. Ellie don't play no games. Yes, more Ellie, more Olivia Miles. I'm going to see Olivia Miles next week, y'all. I'm going to the Mystics game. They're playing the Lynx. Yeah, I'm trying to get my glasses right because they keep, now that I done got my braids redone, they back to sitting on my ear. They're sitting on my ear right here. Mm-hmm. Child, they said that Faison Love done been arrested down in Florida over contempt charges. I don't really have no words for Faison Love because Faison Love, if I remember correctly, he done said some ignorant shit lately. So I don't even have no. But I suggest you don't play no games down there in Florida, black man. That's all I'm gonna say. That you probably shouldn't be playing games down in Florida. Moving right along. Let's get to this. We making good time because I got two more stories and then we good. We making good time. Actually, I got three more stories, real quick stories. Hold on, let me say this. They said that Matlock is over there cutting up. Now listen, Matlock, hey, the people in charge of Matlock over there at CBS don't piss me off, okay? Because I really like Matlock. And even though this season kind of, I feel like they dragging this thing out a little bit. I mean, I understand that that's the premise of the show. So once you get to the next point, you kind of have to take the show in a different direction. But this season sort of dragged along for me, if I'm being honest. But I still like the show. And we know last season we had the whole sexual harassment situation with the two actors where they ended up firing the guy. He appealed it. The appeal was withheld. The one with Kathy Bates. So now one of the writers is suing CBS. One of the writers that was on Matlock, he is suing CBS for racist and sexist comments, stating that they created a hostile working environment. So it says Matlock writer John Lowe sued CBS television studios for sexist and racial comments towards him and other Black cast and crew members on the series. Lowe filed a lawsuit in California court alleging that the Matlock showrunner and executive producers created a hostile work environment that allowed sexually explicit and discriminatory conduct. It says that the writer cited a specific instance where he claimed that he was fired after allegedly reporting that his supervisor referred to Juneteenth as Coon-teenth. Y'all better get it together down there. Because if they end up canceling this show because y'all can't get it together, I'm going to be pissed off. Coon-teenth? They said they didn't shut down Kyle Sinat's streaming university down to the Atlanta. They said that the event was supposed to be at State Farm Arena. Baby, Kai Sinat posted this on his Instagram, on his social media, I should say. It says, Atlanta, please back off the grass and form a line. We want to keep the event open, but if safety requirements aren't being followed, the decision to shut down will be made by the city, not by us. Please work with us so we can keep things moving. So he posted that because I'm sure that they were telling him, look, we're going to have to shut this thing down. Then this came out. Due to the overwhelming number of people attending today's Kai Cenat Streaming University audition and subsequent safety concerns, auditions have been stopped and those outside of State Farm Arena have been asked to remove themselves from the line. Baby, they shut that thing down. They said, this is what y'all not going to do down here to the ATL. Y'all ain't going to act a damn fool and tear our shit up. He tried to tell y'all to keep it together, calm down. We have created such a society that is so willing to do anything for 15 minutes of fame. Don't get me wrong. People have always wanted to be on television. That's not new. People have always been willing to sacrifice self-respect for 15 minutes. But I feel like the sheer numbers of people willing is just crazy. It's just crazy. It was bad downtown Atlanta. Fools were fighting and tried to rush the building. That's just ridiculous. Right. Plus FIFA is in town. Well, y'all messed that up. The Barack Obama presidential library is opening up this weekend, Juneteenth. And these are the people that will be performing, or will be a part of the program. Let me say that. Obviously, Barack and Michelle. And this was so cute. They did an ad as if Barack Obama was starting a group chat. So it says that, it says Barack Obama started a group chat, and it says Barack Obama added Michelle with a heart emoji. So cute. Barack Obama added Bono and The Edge. Barack Obama added Bruce Springsteen. Barack Obama added Christina Aguilera. Barack Obama added Common. Barack Obama added Eddie Vedder. Barack Obama added Jennifer Hudson, John Legend, Mark Anthony, Marce Martin, The Roots, Stevie Wonder, and Teams. And then he named the group chat Grand Opening Ceremony. It's really cute. Really, really, really cute. I'm actually going. I'm trying to go. When I go to Chicago in September, I'm going to try to get tickets. When I go in September. So if I can't go in September, then yeah, we may try to do a field trip at a later time. But right now, I'm already going to Chicago in September, so I was going to try to go. But I thought that was cute. Pinky Cole, girl, listen. I'm nobody's attorney. Yeah, I'm coming for y'all's birthday party. I'm literally only going to be there for 24 hours. I'm going to probably get I think so. This is my plan right now, because the flights are cheap, but the hotels are not. So what I think I might be doing is just getting like first thing in the morning flight out Saturday morning, drop my luggage off at the hotel, go to the Barack Obama library, do the whole sightseeing thing, go back to my hotel, take a shower, go to his party, and then fly out on Sunday. Because the hotels are ridiculous. Like, them hotels in Chicago are crazy right now. And I've been keeping an eye on the hotels for a couple of months now, and the prices ain't changing. So, well, I'm sure it takes more than a day, but that's what I got. So I probably will have to go back. Yeah. It's kind of like the Black Smithsonian. Like, you can't do it all in one day. Like, you would be rushing to get it all done in one day with any type of fidelity, So now, I'm not an attorney, y'all, but let's talk about this Pinky Cole bankruptcy situation. Oh, the tickets are for November. Oh, well, then I guess I'm going back. Then I guess I ain't gonna be able to. I could go up there and take pictures though. I might not be able to get inside, but I can take pictures out front. But yeah, I guess I'll be going back then. Thank you, Tracy. Because I hadn't even looked it up or nothing yet. Because I said it's not even opening yet. I didn't even look it up. Pinky Cole court documents show that she is willing to surrender her Georgia mansion. And it also says that there's a zero liquidation value to her businesses, including the Slutty Vegan franchise. Now, again, y'all, I'm not an attorney. I don't know nothing about filing bankruptcy, but let's just look at a little bit of what is here. I'm gonna just read y'all a little bit. This is her Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It says, in providing the disclosure statement to parties of interest, the debtor expressly seeks to enable such parties to make an informed judgment on whether to approve or reject the plan. So this is the plan, just like we talked about with Tasha K. You have to submit your plan to the court. It's not automatic that you get a bankruptcy, okay? So let's talk a little bit about what's on here. It says, upon information and belief, Carrington asserts Carrington Mortgage Services LLC. This is the people that have the mortgage on her home. Carrington asserts a first priority lien on, and then they list the address. I'm not going to read off her address. The proof of claim asserts an outstanding balance on this home of $1.4 million. This claim is secured by blank, blank, blank. through a promissory note dated June the 30th of 2023 and the principal amount of $1.3 million. So, girl, you owe $100,000 more on your house than when you bought it 3 years ago. Girl, you hustling backwards. But okay. With the security deed recorded in Henry County, blah, 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 blah. The debtor intends to surrender, and it gives the same address, to the surrenderer, and it shall be in full satisfaction of Carrington's claim against the debtor asserted in the proof of the claim. So she's willing to, according to what I'm reading, she's willing to surrender her home. And then right here where it's listing, it says Alicia Cole's liquidation analysis. It's talking about her house. Again, they list the house. It says the value of the home is $1.1 million. The mortgage is 1.4. So, girl, not only are you hustling backwards, you owe more than what you bought the house for 3 years ago, but the house ain't even worth what you owe. You hustling backwards twice. You are hustling backwards twice. Liquidation value, they said, is 0. Then they have, hold on, another asset. It says Brown's Mill. The mortgage is $272,000. I'm sorry, the value is $272,000, but the mortgage is $292,000. Again, you owe more in that house than what you bought it for. And the liquidation value, again, is 0. There's another address here, which it says the mortgage is $235,000. The mortgage is it says the liquidation value, mortgage is $189,000. The liquidation value comes to $8,091 minus what they owe on the mortgage and any type of commission that they would owe, blah, 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 $8,000. It says she had a loan modification, capitalized the arrear. That's what it said. It definitely sounds like she did something like that. There's another address here where it says that value of that property is $432,000. The mortgage is $307,000 minus all of the commissions and blah, blah, blah. The value of that property is $55,000. Pinky Cole Enterprises, LLC. The liquidation value, it says 0%. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis Incorporated. 0%. 0 liquidation value. Vogies Franchises, LLC. It says that it's not operating right now, and there's a 0 liquidation value. Cole and Hayes Enterprises, LLC. 0 liquidation value. The Pinky Cole Group, LLC, 0 liquidation value. Slutty Vegan Franchises Incorporated, 0 liquidation value. American Sheesh, LLC, says that it's currently not operating, 0% liquidation. 0 liquidation value. The Pinky Cole Foundation says it's not operating. Isn't that her charitable? Is that her charitable organization? It says it's not operating. 0 liquidation value. And then Sedonia Properties LLC. That is an actual Slutty Vegan location. 0 liquidation value. Now, I don't understand. Again, this is where me not being an attorney comes into play. I don't understand how there's a 0 liquidation value, but let me read y'all this little synopsis. It says, according to the documents filed in the United States Bankruptcy Court for the Northern District of Georgia, the Slutty Vegan founder, whose legal name is Aisha Cole, has proposed a Chapter 11 reorganization plan that includes surrendering multiple properties to creditors. One of the properties listed in the filing is her home, her Georgia mansion, and then it says the address. I'm not going to read the address. Court records show that the the value is 1.8 million, while outstanding mortgage balance is listed at 1.4. The proposed plan states that Cole intends to surrender the property to Carrington Mortgage Services to satisfy the lender's secured claim. The liquidation analysis attached to the filing also lists several additional properties. According to the documents, properties located in different locations. Again, I'm not going to name those locations. And it says that the value of the debt exceeds the estimated value of the properties. The filing also includes several business entities connected to Cole, including blah, 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 blah. I just read all of that. But the ownership interests were the liquidation value assigned a value of 0. The court documents do not state that the Slutty Vegan brand itself is worth 0. Rather, the filing reflects the estimated value available from those business interests in a liquidation scenario as part of the bankruptcy process. Cole's Chapter 11 case remains ongoing as the court considers the proposed reorganization plan. Well, I don't think they're saying it's worth 0. I think they're saying whatever she put in the paper. Again, this goes back to a bankruptcy attorney could probably explain why that is. I don't think they're saying. Hold on, y'all. Somebody just gave me a super chat. Hold on. I don't think they're saying it's worth 0. I think the way the paperwork is filed. But yeah. I think if she liquidates all of that stuff, maybe it's not worth anything, because right now, are any of those entities making any money? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's what it is. Like, the potential for Slutty Vegan to be profitable is there, but is it currently profitable? I don't think it is. All right, you guys. So let's talk real quick. I have 10 minutes. I got about 10 minutes. Somebody asked me how I felt about the elections in DC. And the reason why they're probably asking me is because oh shoot. So for people who don't live in the DC area, let me explain to you guys how DC politics works. DC politics, basically, if in DC politics, if you are a registered Democrat, you do not get to vote in the primary. There's some places where if you are a registered independent. Hold on, let me rewind. If you are a registered independent, I didn't mean to say Democrat. Please, I'm correcting myself. If you are a registered independent, you do not get to vote in the primary. Thank you, The Informed, for the super chat. You do not get to vote in the primary. You have to be a registered Democrat or Republican to vote in the primary. It's called a closed primary. Because DC, even through gentrification, because DC is still a majority Democratic city, the primary is pretty much the election. I mean, if you are the Democratic nominee, there's a strong likelihood that you are going to be the next mayor of DC. That's how it's been my entire life. I thought with gentrification, the scales might tip, but for the most part, they really haven't. Now, when our current mayor, Muriel Bowser, when she said that she was not going to seek re-election, it opened up the possibilities for new blood, right? Honestly, if Muriel Bowser had run again, she probably would have won again. It might have been close, but she probably would have inked it out. With her saying, I'm not going to run, it opened up the floodgates. And when she said she was not going to run, of course, a lot of people threw their hat in the ring. Kenyon McDuffie, who he was my Ward 5. He was my Ward 5 representative before he went on. I forgot what his current job is. He was on the city council. I think he's like, what's his position? Anyway, he was on the city council. He said he was going to run. Nobody was surprised to find out that Kenya McDuffie wanted to run for mayor. Like, we all knew that was the road. I mean, he'd run for mayor in the past. Like, we kind of knew that that's the road he was going to go in. But there was a new name that popped up that I'm not going to say came out of nowhere, but if you're not in the grassroots movement, it probably seemed like it came out of nowhere, right? So, a woman by the name of Janice Lewis George, who identifies as a democratic socialist, she threw her hat in the ring. And she quickly gained a lot of momentum, a lot of grassroots momentum. He was on the city. Okay, I thought he did something else. Okay, thank you, Ronnie. He was on the city council until he resigned to run for mayor. Thank you. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to just read you guys a quick definition of what a democratic socialist is. So a democratic socialist, wrong. Look, I'm reading the wrong thing. A democratic socialist, by definition, is someone who believes the economy should be more controlled by the public workers or the government, but through democracy, through voting, through elections, through unions, and public participation, not a dictatorship. So a democratic socialist is not a socialist like, well, one person should make all the decisions for the people. They still believe in, voting. They still believe in democracy. Bernie Sanders identifies as a democratic socialist, right? They often support things like universal health care, stronger labor unions, higher taxes on the wealthy, affordable housing and rent protections, free or cheaper college, and public ownership and public control of important services like utilities, transit, health, or energy. So Janice identifies as a democratic socialist. So when somebody asked me, how did I feel about her winning? I mean, I voted for her. And I support it. And I'm excited. She very much patterns herself along the same pillars of Madani. She's not going to be... That's not... I don't want to say... let me stop. I don't want to say the word I was just going to say. I don't want to say what I just said because I don't want to be negative. She's going to have a harder road than Mandani because DC's a colony. DC's not a city, an independent city like New York is. DC is a colony, and we do still have to go through Congress, and the president has already threatened DC if she wins, which should tell you something. If they're afraid for this woman to win, that should tell you something. So I saw something, and I want to say this, and then I gotta go. It says here that it says pay close attention. I saw this on social media. This was posted by somebody that I follow on Mr. Ernest Town, somebody I follow on social media. But he said, pay close attention. Last year, Zohran Mamdani, a Muslim democratic socialist, got sworn in as mayor of New York City. Last month, Christopher Robb, a Black democratic socialist, won the Philadelphia primary for Congress. Last night, Janice Lewis George, a Black democratic socialist, is now the frontrunner to become the next mayor of DC. There is a legitimate change happening very rapidly in this country that can't keep being sneezed at. And I'm going to agree 100%. You guys, remember I told you, and I hope somebody put a one in the chat if y'all remember me saying this. I said this probably a year ago. I said that this isn't going to last, right? At some point, we get the orange man out of office. That's what I have to believe, right? That at some point, we get the orange man out of office. And when he's gone, the pendulum is going to swing so far in the opposite direction. It's almost going to be like it's going to be raining coins. The overcorrection. Exactly. The overcorrection. And I think we're starting to see the cracks. Thank you. Felicia said she remember me saying that. I think we're starting to see those cracks to see where the overcorrection is going to come. I wasn't sure how the overcorrection was going to show itself. And I'm going to tell you, I like the fact that it looks like the overcorrection is coming from a subset of the Democratic Party. Because let's be clear, the Democratic Party has lost a lot of support. The Democratic Party has lost a lot of trust. Thank you, baby. I'm going to finish this up. Let me finish up my thought. But thank you. Thank y'all for my time, because y'all know I get to run in my mouth. I think that the overcorrection is going to come from a place that people didn't even see coming. I don't think people see, because when people would think of the Democratic Socialists, they would think of a Bernie Sanders, and they would think of maybe a AOC. And I don't think people were threatened by Bernie Sanders, right? I don't think people were threatened by Bernie Sanders because they were like, oh, he's just old and he's cranky and nobody's going to really pay him any attention. But what I didn't see was the people he was grooming behind him. And when this woman threw her name in the ring to run for mayor of DC, the old guard laughed at her. And when I say the old guard, I'm going to say, I'm really going to be done. When I say the old guard, I'm talking about the Democratic establishment of Washington, D.C., which is predominantly Black, right? We're talking about the people who came up under the Marion Barrys, right? A lot of those people he groomed, a lot of those people he put in positions. Like, again, I don't have time to even get into all of that, but I'm just telling you, just work with me right now. And a lot of those people assumed that Kenya McDuffie was just going to be the person. They assumed he was just going to win. She was just like a little gnat flying around, and they was going to her away. But as the campaign season kept going and kept going and kept going, she was gaining more and more momentum. And in those debates, one debate, Kenya McDuffie walked out. Like, he got so frustrated with the crowd and with her, he left. And that's when I said, oh, that's probably it right there. I said, that's probably it right there. When he walked out, I said, that's probably it right there. So let me go, you guys. So that's my short. I mean, I know that sounded like a long version, but I could probably talk about this for another 30, 40 minutes. That's the short version of it. So yeah, for those who don't know, I do still vote in DC. Yes, I do live in Maryland. There's reasons why I still vote in DC. Again, that's another conversation for another day. But I do still vote in DC. Yeah. He only won one ward, Ward 3. So he didn't even win his own ward. Because I vote in Ward 5. That's my ward. All right, y'all, I'm out. Meet me at T's house. Peace.